It's Tidd-ady from the No More Black Tears podcast.
Yo, what it do? What it do? It's your boy, 706 Dunner, OJ the Juice Man. Let's go.
You know, Mr. DJ Rose is here again. You know what I'm saying? So, how was y'all week, fellas, man?
You know, it's been a smooth week. You know, just same old, y'all.
Week was pretty good. I can't complain. We gotta get that money. Every day I wake up, gotta go get it.
I feel you. So, what y'all sipping on?
And you know, I got that Uncle Nearest over here, man. That 100 proof.
Okay, and that's the same thing I'm sipping on, Uncle Nearest. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the Uncle Nearest tonight. So, it all happened in the week, man. Let's get into it.
Yeah, this week in sports, man. So, for those who was watching Monday Night Football, I know Rose was feeling this one. Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets, Jetts, was facing the Buffalo Bills Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers came out with the American flag like he was Hulk Hogan in the 1980s, and took the snap, did 4 plays, got tackled, was sacked or whatever, and went to the locker room. And we found out the next day, or some people found out that same night, he tore his Achilles, and he's out for the rest of this season. Hey, Rose, seeing how this affected you the most, because you had a lot of stock in Aaron Rodgers. Hey, man, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was pretty messed up. I picked him in a couple of my fantasy leagues, too. But I actually thought he was going to do pretty good. So, when that happened, it's like the whole stadium, like, everybody was like, oh, no. But then they defense stepped up. Zach Wilson sucks. And they still won the game. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like Spencer said, once Aaron Rodgers got hurt, they wouldn't sign Josh Allen. Because I think he made more completions to the Jets than Zach Wilson did.
Well, it seemed like that in the game.
So that was, man, but it was a great game. It was on 9/11. You know what I'm saying? I think the Bills had the police hats on, and the Jets had the fireman hats on. So it was a great thing. Only thing about it was so much build up for Aaron Rodgers for the Jets all summer long, all preseason,
all hard knocks,
even hard knocks, and then he gets hurt on the first drive of the 4th play. Juice Man.
Yes, sir. It's the curse. You heard it here first, or maybe last. I don't know, but yeah, it's the curse. Everybody knows. If you go to the Jets, your career is down. You need to go ahead and just retire. It's over with. It's over with you. I hate to say it, but okay, I'm gonna say this though, to Aaron Rodgers. It's not your fault. I feel. Hey, I thought he was gonna come out and just suck the whole year, but he didn't do that. He actually got hurt. Praise the Lord. And just be thankful. Hey, give it up. You ain't Brady. It is what it is. Time to give it up. You're an old man, and it's not your fault, man. We understand.
So do you think he's going to come back next year?
He needs to retire.
I think he needs to retire too, but I don't think he's built that way. So I think he's coming back. What you think, Bertizzi?
Not to the Jets, please no.
Yeah, man. I mean, he after he had the surgery, he said he will be back soon. So I think he is going to try to give another go. Hey, man, I didn't have stock in Aaron Rodgers, but I had a lot of stock in Garrett Wilson. I'm trying to trade that motherfucker now. Because I saw the same thing you saw Monday night. That nigga Zach Wilson, he is not him. Yeah. He is not him.
He's not that guy.
I will say this, though. On a football perspective, I'm disappointed, man. I'm bummed out because I watched that game. So did Rose. And that was an amazing defensive performance by the Jets. I felt like they're going to have a top 3 defense this year, maybe the best defense. Unfortunately for them. Yeah, they faced the Bills. And what they did against Josh Allen was amazing, bro. And I feel like their defense is going to be the truth. But they ain't got nobody to throw that motherfucking ball.
Say Wilson going to come around.
Shoot, he been in the league 3 years.
He got Aaron Rodgers. He got a coach now. He got a proper coach to train him and to guide him and do. He gonna get better this year. I promise you.
Man, we ain't finna have no hope, bro. Like y'all niggas try to have hope for this USA team we sent this summer.
You a lie?
To the FIBA World Cup.
To the FIBA World Cup. I tried to have hope saying they was gonna bring home the gold. ACs, you ain't here, but you were saying they was gonna win. Them niggas didn't even get the bronze.
Yeah, they got fourth place.
Speaking of fourth place and not even placing in the FIBA World Cup, you know, Team USA now is talking about LeBron saying he confirming. Anthony Davis supposed to try to come out. Steph Curry's trying to play. They even trying to get KD and Devin Booker. Rose, what's your thoughts on Team USA 2024?
I think they should all just sit home and bring that same team back that they sent, that Grant Hill put together. Because if y'all wanted to play, y'all should have played this year. Y'all ain't do nothing. And like y'all won championship, that boy from Slovakia won the championship. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like y'all were doing nothing.
The best player right now is not American.
So what else y'all were doing? You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have been out there. Don't try to come back from the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have been out there now warming up. Grant Hill should have did a better job putting the team together. But when he was putting the team together, the players that they had, like, man, who, what, when, and where?
Hey, bro, I remember when they made the starting lineup and we both saw Austin Reeves starting.
Austin Reeves didn't start, though. He was off the bench.
Oh, my bad. When we both
But
saw
he was the best player on the team.
When we both saw he made the team, we both was like, hey, hold up now. Austin Reeves made the team?
And how you the best player on the team?
Oh, yeah, he was definitely the best player.
But I watched some of the games. It was hard to watch them because they all came on like at 8 o'clock in the morning. But I watched some of the games and they had no teamwork. No teamwork at all. It was all ISO.
They said your boy Ant-Man didn't want to pass the ball.
Anthony Davis, that's what I was about to say. Anthony Edwards, he was the best person on the team. But all they did was drive. They did not pass the ball at all. The only reason why Austin Reeves was getting the ball because they would drive into a whole piece of people, then they would kick it out and he would hit the three or something like that. But man, the coaching staff that did it, because I forget who the coaches was.
Steve Kerr.
Yeah. What were y'all doing? Like, y'all just say, we just going to play pickup balls?
No,
that's what it looked like.
They think they're going to play Golden State ball.
Hey, Steve Kerr,
like
I will say this. He tried to talk to Anthony Edwards, but y'all heard what Anthony Edwards told that man, right? When Steve Kerr said, hey, man, I'm going to have you come off the bench. Remember, Dwayne Wade came off the bench, when Kobe started that year for the Olympics. Ant-Man said, man, ain't no motherfucking Kobe on this team. Nigga, you was right about that, nigga. You was right about that. Hey, man, I agree with you. Bring that same team back. And I don't know who it was, but it was some NBA player who said it. Might have been Iguodala or somebody. But some NBA players said, we need to go back to having trials, man, because a lot of people don't know this. But I told MGH this. Y'all know Trae Young wanted to play for this team, and they refused to put him on the team, right?
Why is that?
I don't know, because they don't do trials no more. Now, like in 2008, they was actually doing trials. Because everybody remember that famous moment when Kyrie didn't make the team, but him and Kobe had that little one-on-one. That was when they were still doing trials to make the USA team. But yeah, Trae Young actually, said he wanted to play, and they said nah. So yeah, they need to go back to having trials. As far as the best players, man, like LeBron, Steph, and them, I honestly don't want to see y'all in 2024, man. Because if you don't want to play now, I don't want you to play. I don't want you to play next year, bro. Stay your ass at home and do what you're going to do. And like you said, Rose, man, hey, the top 3 players in the NBA, they ain't even American no more, man. The words of that taxi driver from Rush Hour 3, the dream team is dead.
Okay.
But this is what I gotta say about the situation. If you all NBA, you all Olympics, nigga. That's the reason why you get that pay, nigga. That's how I feel about it. You ain't get that pay just to play your regular season. That's it. Nah, Michael Jordan played. Larry Bird played. You gotta think, the dream team used to be the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, it was.
That should not stop.
Yeah, it shouldn't. And since they didn't want to play, stay at home.
No, so they shouldn't get paid. They're no longer considered the best players. If you don't play in the Olympics, I feel like you should not be considered the best player anymore.
I feel you on that. Talking about best players, though. That boy, prime time, Deion Sanders.
My dude.
2-0 for the Colorado Buffalo. You know what I'm saying?
3.
So they playing tonight. They're playing when they rivals Colorado State.
Better blow them up by 40 points.
But Colorado State's coach had some words to say. Talking about when I was brought up, when you talk to a grown man, you take your hat off and your sunglasses off. Dion fool. He went and bought all his players sunglasses.
He the motherfucking truth for that.
And then he got his own kind of like his brand of sunglasses. The next day that brand sold $1 million of sunglasses.
God damn, hey, God's plan.
So Vertiza, what you think about Colorado State's head coach with the bulletin board material and Dion taking it personal?
Man, I was chilling with you, Rose. And in fact, Rose, tell the people what I thought that nigga was, bro. I didn't know he was a nigga.
You thought it was a white guy, and I thought it was a Mexican.
What? He black?
Yeah, he's black.
He's black. He light skinned, but he's black. Because I just didn't think another black man would come at another black man like that. So my first perspective is, like I told Rose, I hope this was just a ploy that Jay Noble, that's the Colorado State head coach, and Dion came together and said, hey, let's just say some shit so people can watch this game. Because I'm going to keep it real. After this, we're going to watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
But had I been willing to watch the game if he didn't say that shit, I'm going to keep it real with you. I probably would have looked at my phone. But I wasn't invested in this game. I'm invested in the game now. 2, hey, bro, man, you worry about the wrong shit, man. Don't be worrying about what another man doing in terms of wearing a hat and sunglasses. Man, get your team together, man. Yeah, y'all ass, bro. Get your team together, man. But that's all I got to say about it. Juice, man.
He about to get his ass. And he only got a prayer, boy. You messed with prime. He already beat TCU.
Yeah,
You're nobody. They were like you say, it had to be a ploy. This had to be some shit. And they talked about beforehand. He probably slided some money. And here's extra $250 for doing that. I made a meal. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you this $250 out the meal. I keep 75. You know what I'm saying? Son, you got bruh. How you a head coach? Like, he went to school. Say some dumb ass shit. Boy, I'm telling you like this. I apologize. I get ignorant sometimes on this show, and I guess it's the liquor. It might be my mental health. I don't know, but I apologize, class. I just want to apologize to the audience for listening to me right now, because I do get real ignorant sometimes. This shit get crazy. Like,
it's all right.
How the audacity of this motherfucker? You ain't even ranked, bitch. You ain't there.
They ain't won a game all. Well, they only played one game. They only won.
How you gonna go against prime time?
They're probably gonna be dead last in the division. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, how you gonna go against prime?
What you think about the situation, Rose?
But let me say, I'm an athlete. I play ball. Hey, every dog has a day. Even getting Sunday, you have a chance if your team can pull this shit off. But guess what?
It ain't gonna be the night.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be the night.
Right. In the words of Red Fox on Harlem Nights, when they said that white boy got a shot, hey, Jay Nova got a shot in his ass.
Yeah, so I think from my thinking about it, I didn't think it was that serious. I think they blew it all up because, like, okay, he said you talk to grown men, take your hat off and your glasses. Okay, who cares? But just because but then Dion took it personal. Like, to me, that made kind of Dion look like more of a hoe than a man. Like, because why you took that so personal? Like, you went and did all these, but I know it's football. I know it's bulletin board.
No.
But man, I didn't take it that serious. I'm thinking the whole time because they made it a racial thing and all kind of other stuff.
Put it like this: they had you because if they would have took them lightly, they could have won. Because what? Any given Sunday, we're all in the same division. That means you can beat me, I can beat you at any given time.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit can happen.
Yeah, that's true.
So they got to do something to make this team like, look, they said this, they did this. We got with their ass.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, speaking of ass whoopers, man, y'all know Kevin Porter Jr., who just signed that big $60 million contract for the Rockets. Apparently, in the middle of the night, I don't know if maybe it was his mental health. I don't know if he was going through his girlfriend's phone. He just started hitting that bitch shit in while she was dead asleep. Broke her orbital bone. Apparently, hey, I was talking to Rose. She got a fractured vertebrae. Hey, she got fucked up. He got I want to say arrested or whatever for it. And then apparently just yesterday she came out and said that nah, man, ain't nothing happened, bro. He ain't beat me up. Even though there was plenty of reports of her saying that this had been going on for months or whatever, and she trying to recant all that. Rose, man, what you think about Kevin Porter and this whole situation?
I tell y'all all the time, y'all go and do it. You Donkey Kong the hoe, cause they got these wigs and these braids. By the time ain't gonna be no bruises. They just gonna have a headache. Niggas don't listen. But I don't condone violence. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. But what I want to know what happened.
Real talk.
I want to know what happened, like what he saw or anything, because it ain't no excuses to what he did, because she was messed up. But I just want to know what happened, because she's not like she's a small woman. She played in the WNBA too, so it's like
she's a professional athlete.
So it's not like but she was sleeping, and so I just want to know what happened, like, because for her to try to take it back, I know she's trying to take it back because it's messing up his career or whatever. But if I was him, I'll tell her, I said, yeah, cut me, give me my 16 mil, and I'm going across the water and play. Where it's easier competition, I can still get paid.
Man, average 50 a night.
Yeah. So what you thinking about it, Juice, man?
Man, like you say, it's more to it. I know you should never put your hands on a woman. You should never put your hands on a woman. But
so how you gonna hit it from the back?
But a hoe get back slapped. I'm sorry.
Facts on that.
I'm sorry. You never put your hands on a woman.
No, you never put your hands on a
or
lady.
A bitch, on a lady. Yeah. But a hoe and a bitch who gets back slapped, and y'all get fucked up real quick. It's like you can't, man. And I understand a lot of these women. Y'all think I can do any? It's entitlement. Y'all entitled. Y'all want to have equal. Y'all want to have all this equal.
I think they can do everything they want, say anything they want to a grown man. But you got to treat me like a man too.
But like you said, you gotta be some respect, because as soon as you try me like a nigga, guess what? I guess I gotta treat you like a nigga. That's simple. Ain't niggas ain't come, like I'm gonna say, a lot of these ladies think, I don't know what they thinking, but men don't talk to other men the way ladies talk to dudes, or these hoes or these bitches talk to dudes, because any dude that come to me like, oh, you fuck ass bitch ass nigga, I'll fuck you up. Guess what? It's go time, nigga. That's simple. It's go. Let's go. It's we going. We boxing. We duking. We doing well. The fuck shooting. It's go time.
Yeah. What
and you think I'm supposed to let that shit slide because you're a woman? No.
What they say? Those are fighting words right there.
Real talk.
Bertizzi. What you thinking about it?
Man, I tell you all the time, man, on this platform. Man, don't fuck the bag up, man. You just signed a $60 million deal.
That's why we say it had to be some. It's like
she could have been sucking some white dick or whatever. She could have been getting a train ran on her. She could have said something about your dead mom and saying that that's when your daddy was on crack. Hey man, don't fuck your bag up, man.
I hear you. And two, you don't know where that nigga came from. I hear you.
That's the point. Because most likely you might have came from an impoverished home and you lose it. So you all gonna get that guaranteed $16 million or $15 million. But you signed a $60 million contract in NBA. That is money. $15 million is nothing to sneeze at. But $60 million though, dog, with your endorsements too. No, let's not forget that. The potential to lose endorsements. Bro, that's money that changes your mama's life, your grandma's life.
Put like that.
Man, your brother's life.
The 16 mil changed everybody's life.
It did.
So it's over with.
But 16 to 60 million,
bruh,
plus another 25 million endorsements.
No.
Hey man, let me tell you, man, fuck these hoes, bro.
He can still get an endorsement, you know what I'm saying, for punching bags or boxing
gloves. Yeah. But yeah, man. So hey, man,
it's principles to this shit.
Hey, sometimes, bro, brothers, especially the brothers,
because like you say, the 16 is guaranteed. He still got to work for the 60.
Hey, brother, sometimes y'all gotta do the math, bro, and be like, the math ain't mathing, man.
No, fuck that.
But speaking of hard hits, Rose, man, we into NFL week 2 of the NFL season, man. Are there any games and plays you're looking forward to? You know, week 1, I always tell people, week 1 is always the crazy. Week 1 and the last week is all the craziest weeks of the season because there's no film on a lot of these players. We don't know what's going to happen. It's week 2. We should start seeing players come back to their normal playing selves. What you got to say, Rose?
Ravens, Bengals. That should be a good game. Both of them boys got paid this off season.
You mean after both of them stunk it up last week?
They got room to improve. But shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing Thursday night. It was
that Georgia boy.
Boy, Jalen Carter,
hey,
Jordan Davis,
and DeAndre Swift.
Boy, them Philadelphia dogs, they bring it.
But they had that dog in them.
Mm-hmm. But that's pretty much the only game I'm interested to see. I want to see, and I also want to see if Atlanta's going to win again, because y'all wasted a win last week. I hope y'all don't do it again this week, because we need some losses. And Browns Steelers, Monday Night Football, and you know we got 2 Monday Night Football games coming up.
Yes.
So and you know Hooters got the buy one get one free wings on Monday and Wednesdays again. You know,
I might have to check that out.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Clissisms. You know what I'm saying? We heading there tonight, so we know y'all got them wings and them burgers and turkey burgers. You know what I'm saying? Like we like them. You know, shout out to Clissisms.
Facts.
Y'all go check them out. But Vertiza, what you thinking?
Man, Chiefs Jags, man, because Trevor Lawrence and the Jags, they trying to show they some serious contenders this year, and the Chiefs are 0-1. So hey, man, that receiving core look horrible. Hey, we got to see if they can come back to the norm, or are they going to look like that all season? You said the Packers and Falcons, and I'm interested in that game just because Jordan Love looked so good week 1. The Falcons defense looked so good week 1. Which one is real and which one isn't? Is Jordan Love going to be a top 15 quarterback this season, or is that Falcons defense going to be a top 10 defense? We're going to find it out this Sunday. And I got 2 more games, the 49ers and Rams, only because I want to say I had the Rams making the playoffs, and they won week 1.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. So
I had the Seahawks winning that division.
Yeah, you did. And so if the Rams can win this game or just be competitive, when I say competitive, I mean it comes down to the last 2 minutes, this might be able to show what their season look like, as well as y'all know Cooper Kupp's on the IR. So if they can at least finish 2-2, he'll probably come back and play the rest of the season.
And we need that. He on one of my teams. He on 2 of my teams for fantasy.
And the last game I'm interested in seeing, and it's not even so much the game, it's more so just a player. The Dolphins and Patriots. We know Bill Belichick is known for making great plays look average. That defense has some players on it. Tua look like the best quarterback week 1. Can him, Tyreek Hill, do it again against that Patriots defense and Bill Belichick in New England? If they can do that, that'd be great. The only thing I hate about this game, and you, Rose, you probably already know where I'm going with it. I hate that they play New England so early in the season. Because playing late in the season, December, when it's cold and stuff up there, it's completely different.
Yeah, but it's gonna be different. But I want to see what game plan Belichick will have for Tyreek Hill, because he went off last week. Him
and Justin Jefferson, man, they're the 2 most unstoppable receivers in the league right now.
So I'm ready to see that, man. But other than that, man, I think it's dynamite time, man. Cheers and no tears. Cheers and no tears.
So speaking of stuff blowing up, y'all all know Shirley Strawberry from the Steve Harvey Show, with the Good Morning Show. Apparently, she was on a phone call with her husband who's in prison, and apparently was telling her husband, somehow the phone call got leaked. That's another story for a different day. But on the phone call, she was saying how Steve Harvey's wife treats him bad and treats her and Big Tommy and the rest of the crew like the hell. And Steve Harvey, on his show, he had to address it. He said, hey, let's just get this out the way. And he said that, they had talked about it already. She apologized and they're going to move past this. Rose, as somebody that has a partnership with you and a friendship, how do you get over something like this? And 2, what do you think is going on with that whole situation?
First of all, how do you get over it? I get over it with money. Secondly, what they say, you forgive but never forget.
Facts.
But Strawberry, she has the strawberry letter. You know what I'm saying? She's a woman. So, and she's known Steve Harvey and Marjorie for a long time. So, for the fact that she said it to her husband, who's in jail, and make it so bad, this happened last year.
Facts.
And then somebody got paid to get it leaked. But for the fact that if she said it, it's true. Marjorie probably does treat them like the help because that's the way Steve Harvey treat them.
Hey.
So she ain't told no lie. You know what I'm saying? What they say, one person I hear say, Jacoby say, from Jalen Jacoby say, you can be mean if it's funny.
You can.
and telling keeping it 100 ain't hating.
Facts.
So I don't know what Steve Harvey got going on. I know a lot of people coming for him, but what I think he needs to do is he needs to trim his mustache down and grow a beard. And then
stop looking like potato head.
Yeah, then all his other problems will go away. You know what I'm saying? People love bald head dudes with beards.
Facts.
So that's all he needs to do. That's all he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to nephew Tommy and his show Ready for Love. You know what I'm saying? I watch it every Friday or Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. But what you thinking about it, Verteezy? Tears? Man. Oh, my bad. I didn't say if I had tears or no tears. I ain't got no tears. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna pick up where you left off. I got tears because I feel like when you have a confidential conversation, a private conversation, especially one between a man and a wife, it is crazy because that shit got leaked. And she was just telling how she felt to her husband. And from what I've read, from the stuff I've heard, hey man, Steve Harvey's wife is not a nice lady. She's a bitch, respectfully. So, yeah, man, she said what she said in the time, but it seems like they're going to try to get over it because there's too much money involved with that show, that they ain't trying to lose, their audience and stuff like that. But like you said, though, man, at the end of the day, sometimes, this does happen. Now, let me make this clear. Sometimes your guidance over someone has no effect over them, but most of the time, if you're a husband, the way your wife treats your friends is predicated on maybe how you treat them or how you allow your wife to view your friends. So Steve Harvey, like you said, he probably treat them like the help. So if that's his wife, if you treat your friends like the help, why the fuck I'm not gonna treat them like the help? So I got tears for that too, man. But speaking of black people, man, Rose sent me something a while back, and it was a polling game show, and they was doing Kendrick Lamar's song. I want to say it was Humble.
Yeah, it's a karaoke show.
Yeah, karaoke show, Humble, and it was a Polish show. And literally, I'm watching. I'm like, this nigga pretty good.
And he looks like Kendrick Lamar.
And I get told in the video that's not a nigga.
No,
they in straight blackface.
Straight up blackface.
And when I say blackface, I mean the hands was black too.
I'm talking about.
And they look like a nigga.
Like when I seen it, I said, "Oh, he did a good job." I actually thought that was a black guy that got paid for a show, and because he pretended to be Kendrick Lamar, but no, it was a karaoke show, and he dressed up like Kendrick Lamar and painted himself black.
Exactly. So I just want to make this clear: we have a show like that ran by LL Cool J called Lip Sync, where they do the same thing, but I ain't seen nobody with blackface. Rose, tears or no tears?
I got tears because anytime you put the blackface on, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You could have did the song without painting yourself black. I understand we are the coolest people in the world, and everybody want to be like Rose, but everybody can't be Rose. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk trash like Verteezy, but everybody can't talk trash like Verteezy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be cool like Juice Man, but everybody can't be cool like Juice Man.
Facts.
Everybody want to be smooth like C's, but everybody can't be smooth like C's. So why are you trying to pretend like y'all us? Y'all ain't us. So stop it. I got tears. somebody needs to smack the paint off his face. And the person that allowed that to happen. Verteezy. Tears or no tears?
Man, I got tears too, because like you said, man, I know that black people got swag, man. And I know like that Steve Harvey meme that be going around social media, man. Hey, what looks better in black? And that motherfucker said, the people. You right. Hey, we got beautiful melanated skin. We some of the most beautiful creatures on this planet that God created. But y'all ain't gotta try to look like us. White people, y'all look good sometimes. Black people look good all the time. Speaking of other black people, let's go to this motherfucker Jason Love. So, apparently, I know the porn star Jason Love. He fucked Adam 22's wife. We done talked about that already. This motherfucker apparently had a girlfriend or whatever who he thought was a virgin, had a baby by her. Found out, I think last year, maybe 2 years ago, that it's not his baby. But he was talking basically, he still paid child support. Not that he still takes care of the motherfucker. No. When he went to court and the judge apparently was getting ready to, dismiss the child support, he said, no, I still pay child support because the kid has nothing to do with it. So I still pay child support. If y'all hear that, that's Juice Man coughing because he can't believe that shit. Hey, I'm gonna start off. Jason Love, you a dumbass.
How old is this baby?
That's all I gotta say.
Like 8
Jason
years
Love,
old.
yeah, you a dumbass. Because,
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Because for MGH, Verteezy,
Yeah.
I would never. Hey, Juice Man, what's your thoughts?
You been paying child support for 8 years already?
Yeah.
He in California?
I don't know where he at. They're probably in California.
I think you got it mixed up. If you already been paying child support for 8 years, they wasn't gonna let that shit go.
Well, what he said was the judge had already said we can dismiss and throw away the child support. That's what he said.
Well, he must not be paying that much child support.
He probably ain't.
But I don't give a fuck if it's $1.
Mm-mm.
I want my dollar.
I can't do it.
So you got tears and no tears on this situation, Juice Man.
Yeah, he got coughs.
Dang. Yeah, cost.
Oh, he go over there crying too. So he
No. Okay. Because you see, why y'all putting my business out there? Okay.
You got choked up when you heard it. You got choked up.
Because he's in Cali, he's not in Georgia. It's different. Because it's like in Cali, once he started paying child support, he's stuck for child support till he's 18. That's Cali. That's the way they work. But for him to say he was going to continue to do what he was going to do, that lets me know he cares for this child. It's not about the blood, because I do that. I have a child that is not mine, and I care for it because it's not even that. It's a better way. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be street if you don't have to be street. It's a better way. Like I'd rather show him the proper way to live and sustain his life than rather than him to run up on me and be like, hey, I don't like what you did to my mama. And I had to put it. What my man said at Circle K, I had to put him down.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you nightmares, bro. I hate to say it, but it's been plenty of times I wake up in my sleep screaming because I had dreams of killing a child that I dated because the mama was talking shit about me and the child ran up on me not knowing what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
So I had to put him down. But I would rather bless the child and let him know it's a better way and let him know my side of the story and let him blossom and do what he needs to do to further his life and be a better man than for me to catch a murder charge.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. Verteezy, tears or no tears?
I got tears, man, because you a fool.
Okay.
How you gonna have tears for a fool? You Jesus now?
Yeah, so
I'm a grown man. I got tears for a fool.
I ain't got no tears either, man, Jason Love. You was already in the video shoot jacking off Adam. Oh no, Adam was jacking off you, right? So obviously you got some issues already. Mary, didn't Adam clean your balls, Jason?
Hey, but Rose, he got paid.
Hey, they all got paid. Hey, that's why he's still paying that post because he got it. Shout out to Elf Child Support, you know what I'm saying, on Tubi. Y'all should go check that cartoon out. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the next one, man.
Hey, man, speaking of going from children to teenagers, so there was this white 14-year-old who tried to drown a 15-year-old black kid, and it was apparently racially motivated. He just came from court. He's been released on bond or bail or whatever, and he didn't have nothing to say to the media when they asked him about it. I'm gonna start it off, man. I want to say, did you send that to me, Rose? Right?
I sent it to the chat.
So Rose sent it to me, and I brushed by. I couldn't believe it. So then I looked into it, and I was like, "Hold up, bro. What the fuck?" I got tears, and the only thing I want to say about this is this: to the white people that's listening, and to the coons that's listening. When y'all try to say racism don't exist, let me make something very clear, man. Let me make something very motherfucking clear. You have shit like this that goes on all the time. And I just recently saw the movie Till that's on Amazon. And my grandma was born in 42. She was 13 years old when that shit happened to Emmett Till. That should let you know something right there, man. We got motherfuckers that are grandchildren of racism, and we got motherfuckers that are children of racism. That shit still exists, man. And as long as we, have this podcast, I'm always point racism out, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm always pointing it out, man. And it don't get no clearer than this. You got a 14-year-old kid literally trying to drown a 15-year-old. Oh, my bad, I forgot to add. And another kid in the background saying George Floyd.
Yeah.
Come on, man. White America, y'all got to do better, man.
Yeah, I got tears for the situation too. I actually, when I sent it in, I actually thought that the black child died. I thought he actually did drown him, but because he got arrested. But so I thought he actually passed away, but he didn't. So, but I got tears for the situation, like, because as children, racism is not embedded in your brain. It's taught.
Facts.
So his parents are most likely either bigots or racist. You know what I'm saying? So they taught him that. You know what I'm saying? The internet teaches a lot.
Or indirectly.
Yeah, but internet teaches people a lot too. But for nowadays, you have to go searching to be a racist unless you're taught that.
Facts.
So I got cheers for him, man. That's one of the reasons that we made this show. You know what I'm saying? This podcast. No more black tears, because we tired of seeing our black people cry. You know what I'm saying? And on this platform, we go support our people, and we go do whatever we can do to raise awareness to situations like this, and try to learn from it, and have everybody learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Because as a people, we can all do better. You know what I'm saying? Not just white folks or black folks. As a people, that means all folks. You know what I'm saying? You got any takes on this, Juice Man? Tears and no tears.
I got tears for the black boy who's trying to drown. He didn't drown him though, did he?
Nah, he's still alive.
He survived.
Yeah, that's what's up. So I really can't. It didn't go through, so I really can't say nothing about it too much.
Mm-hmm.
So going from racism that threatens someone's lives to racism that's just as equally damning. Let me repeat that. Equally damning. Racism that threatens your livelihood. Jim Trotter, and for those who love the NFL, I'm a big fan. For those who listen to the pre-game and post-game analysis and listen to the players do their interviews, Jim Trotter has been a reporter for the NFL for over 10 years. He recently has gotten fired. He has a lawsuit against the NFL because last year at the Super Bowl, he brought up to Rodgers Goodell, why are there not more black people reporting on the NFL? Why are there not more black people in the newsroom who are supervisors of us? And he has basically challenged the NFL on racism. Then, again, at the following, my bad, this happened 2 years ago at the last Super Bowl. Then at this Super Bowl, he brought it up to Roger Goodell again. And Roger Goodell, everybody know he's a lawyer by trade. He tried to talk around the situation and skirt it. And eventually, Jim Charter was let go from his job. And a lot of people feel it was because the last 2 years he had been pressuring Roger Goodell, as well as leaking stuff when Jerry Jones basically said, if black people want more ownership, black people want more general managers, coaches, and they want to hire more people to report on the game, what they need to do is buy their own team. This is Jerry Jones who said this apparently, and a lot of credited sources said basically reported on it. I just want to add, let's not forget the NFL is 65 to 70% African American. 65 to 70% African American, and he's addressing the issue in the newsroom with black people. Rose, tears and no tears.
Yeah, I got tears for that situation. I'm not. So I tried to research it a little bit, but I ran out of time. But I did see what Jerry Jones said, and the fact that the Bills owner had some racist comments too.
Facts.
And I can't remember who said it, but we can't allow the
Bob McNair from the Texans.
We can't allow the inmates to run the asylum or to run the prison. Yes. So that was 3 owners. They already go over like at the combine like it's a slave shop, you know.
And they all probably in their 70s too.
So man, I got tears for the whole situation, man. But I'm gonna let you get deep into it.
Man, so when we had these NFL owners, I just told y'all, my grandma passed away. She was still in her 70s. And that was a woman that was alive when Emmett Till was lynched. When you have owners that probably was alive during that same fucking time period, how can you not expect someone like Jerry Jones, who grew up in Arkansas, and where racism was very predicated at, and some of these other owners who grew up in very racist environments, how can you not expect them to still have some racist beliefs to them? Jim Charter, I've always liked him. I always thought he was a great NFL reporter. I always thought he asked great questions. I didn't even know he was fired till all this shit came up. I talked to Rose. I talked to my homeboy TJ. I talked to C's. The NFL has got to do better because I just posted in NFL Week 1, they started 15 black quarterbacks, which was a record. It's 2023. We are coming off the first ever black on black Super Bowl, Rose, and we still breaking motherfucking records in 2023. And then on top of that, we still only have like 3 to 4 out of 32 teams, 3 to 4 black head coaches, 2 black general managers, not a single black owner, when we have at least 15 to 20 black billionaires in this country. And on top of that, let's make something clear. Not every person who owns a sports team is a billionaire. They have these conglomerates or whatever you want to call it, where it's just a whole bunch of millionaires like what the Warriors do. They just basically form a team and own a team. We got to have more representation for black people, man. Because it's just very clear that when you have an owner that can say, we cannot have the inmates run the asylum, they don't view y'all as equals.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it's like a good boys club. You can't just buy a team. They have to approve you to buy it.
And that's one of the worst parts about it that people who are not educated don't know is you can have the money, but they still have to vote to let you in.
All the other owners have to vote.
And these are white owners. And at the end of the day, these 60 to 70 year old, and some of them are 80 now, like the Ford family, like the nigga who owned the Lions, he died, 99, a year or 2 ago, and he was still the owner of the Lions. A lot of these owners who are old as hell, are they going to want a 45-year-old, or even, let's say, Jay-Z, a 53-year-old black man on an NFL team? Let's get serious, y'all, man. So I got tears because Jim Charter was a great reporter. He lost his job for some bullshit, but I also got tears because I love the NFL. It's to me, like me and Rose said, any given Sunday, man, anybody can win, anybody can lose. But still, at the end of the day, you would love to think that a sport that you love to watch does not have the racism embedded in it as the NFL does. So we have to call the NFL to the carpet. I got one question for you, Rose.
What that is? You may ask me questions all day.
I got one more, man. What's wrong with these hoes?
This better be the last question. I ain't hear you. What you said?
What's wrong with these hoes?
Oh, what's wrong with these hoes? Let's get into it.
Nigga, you sent me some shit. And I guess it was like from one of them TV channels or whatever where they basically do these weird documentaries or weird deep dives of people with fetishes and stuff. But apparently this black couple, I hate to say that, brothers and sisters, but this black couple, the wife breastfeeds the husband.
For a long time now.
It's been for some years now. Rose, what is wrong with these hoes?
Okay. So
and when I say hoes, what we always say, niggas can be hoes too.
And we already know who the hoe right in this situation is. And it's the husband. Like, I understand you sucking on your wife and titties. Like, I was sucking my wife titties too every time I get a chance. But, dude, I ain't about to be sucking no milk out of them. Like, I won't even drink milk. Almond milk, soy milk, non-lactose milk, or no breast milk. I did when I was a baby, but I'm far from a baby. So, but when I shave my head, it be baby smooth. But, I'm trying to figure out, because if you ever seen breast milk, it's like, it has like particles in it. It's not smooth. It's like when you're drinking it, so it can be chunky. You know what I'm saying? But what's wrong with this dude? And she's like, yeah, it brought our relationship closer. And I understand her titties were hurting and you wanted to help her out. You know what I'm saying, baby? Your titties hurting, I'll suck them too, but I ain't about to be drinking no milk. I ain't about to be drinking. That's what they make breast pumps for. Like, so I don't want to suck no sour milk titties. You know what I'm saying? And I know the milk probably ain't sour, but when the last time you had a baby, why don't you just have another baby and let them suck on your titties? I ain't about to be sucking on your titties and drinking no milk. You know what I'm saying? He probably. So do you eat your cereal with the milk too? Do y'all bake cakes with the milk too? Do y'all put the milk in the macaroni and cheese? That's all I want to know. It's the breast milk in the macaroni and cheese. When you invite me over, do you have breast milk in the macaroni and cheese?
Please say no.
You better say no. Somebody gonna get smacked like that juice man said. Bert cheese, man. What's wrong with these hoes?
Man, somebody has tasted breast milk before. And it wasn't like I was on some fetish shit. It was just, hey man, y'all know how the shit goes sometimes. It's an accident sometimes. That shit tastes nasty, bro. That shit is watery. That shit don't even taste like real motherfucking milk. 2, bruh. So if you drinking the milk, first of all, I thought once the kid hit a certain age or once you start breastfeeding, I thought the milk stopped producing.
It does, but it lets you keep sucking on it.
So basically, you've had kids, the husband keeps sucking on the titty, so you keep producing milk. You're not even producing milk for no child or baby no more, man. That's ridiculous. Let me keep it real. I've heard stories about kids at 48 months, which is just 4 years old. I've heard kids that's like 5 years old still drinking breast milk. I think that's weird. So for a grown man to drink breast milk, that is weird as fuck. Now, if you want to say you a titty man and you like sucking titties, that's different. But for you to be like, I'm drinking milk, nigga, you a hoe. I hate to say this, nigga, you a hoe, man. Something wrong with you. Something ain't right. You need to be examined. As far as the wife, bitch, what's wrong with you, man? Fuck hoe. Bitch, what is wrong with you to even allow this man to suckle your titty to drink breast milk?
Because it feel good to her. If it feel good to you.
Hey, man. We're going to move on to women because we can't even keep talking about what's wrong with these hoes. So Tyler Perry recently made a comment. He was doing an interview with I don't know who it was, but it was a black lady. I want to say she's in that Millionaire Club too. And he basically was saying how, hey, black women, y'all are the most educated group in America. Y'all are statistically making more money than black men are making. If you get with a man and all he can do is pay the light bill, but he loves you, treats you good, and does all the stuff that a man should do with his woman, you should be okay with being with him. I'm gonna start this off, Rose. First of all, man, I'm kind of tired of this conversation of how much an individual makes in proportion to a relationship. I asked one of my friends this question. If we play on a basketball team and I average 45 points a game and you average 15 rebounds and 4 blocks and we win the championship, did we contribute equally to that championship? And they responded, yeah, because it's a team sport. A marriage is a team sport too. If Rose, if your wife makes, let's say 90 a year, you only make 35 or 40 a year, but you stay at home though. You make sure the kids' homework is done. You make sure they eat. They have dinner. You make sure your wife get home food. You know the house is clean, the living room is clean, the kitchen is clean, and she has a meal and she can take a meal to work. And you basically are driving her to work, picking her up from work, and you basically are rubbing her feet when she's tired. If you're doing all the stuff to help alleviate certain stresses in her life, as well as taking care of the family, why is that not considered valuable? Because when a woman does it, they say that's a full-time job. They say a woman cannot have a job, be with a man who makes $150 a year, take care of the kids and do all this other stuff. And they say one of the hardest, unappreciated jobs in America is being a housewife. So when a husband decides to do it, why is that a problem?
It's not a problem. And my thing about it is I don't understand how they try to make it seem like that ain't the same thing. So it's like it's the same thing, but when it's on a reverse side, then it's a problem. Oh, like I seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, you gonna marry them then, Tyler?" And it's like this, but I know a lot of successful people, but when it comes to single women, most single women I meet don't make more money than me. I don't know where all the ones that say they at, but I know they at, but most of them ain't single. And the reason why black women make more money than men because they're professional students. They always going to school. You know what I'm saying? They go to school their whole life. They be 40 years old still going to school.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They want to be a doctor or a master degree and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's different when it's free though. but it
ain't getting paid.
Exactly. But them hoes be going to school. They paying for it. And then they end up getting good jobs or whatnot, but how are you as a person? You know what I'm saying? Like just because you might have made more money than a man don't mean that you the head of the household.
Where we at right now? Y'all on something I don't want to talk about.
Because you might not have the leadership skills.
Yeah, so you're still not the head of the household, even though you might make more money than your spouse or the guy that you date.
It's in the Bible. The man is the head.
So
the woman is the neck. Let's get it right.
So Vertiz, go ahead and jump off it.
So before I talk again, I'm gonna slide the juice, man. So what's going on is Tyler Perry basically said a woman should be okay with a man making less money and only being to pay a light bill if he's everything else that a partner should be.
But when he said light bill, but he didn't really just mean like just
that ain't what he meant. He went to the extreme, but that's pretty much what he said though, just man.
Okay. that goes back to Keke Palmer. What we talked about episodes ago. So Keke Palmer, she's worth $5 million, and the dude she was messing with was only worth $500,000.
Okay.
So know your place. Man or woman, know your place. If the woman, even though you are the head of the household, he should have handled that more respectfully because she does have a squad. And you got to realize the type of woman you're messing with at the time. So, that being said, if the woman makes more, no, she's not the head of the household. But if she's making more, she does have a lot more say so.
So, I feel like in a relationship, both people should have close to 50% say so.
Yeah.
Now, somebody should. Now, let me finish though. Somebody should be at 51%. Somebody should be at 49% because you do need a clear-cut leader. It doesn't have to be 80-20, but at least it needs to be 51-49. But as far as this conversation goes, for all the black women listening, it would be great if your man made more money than you. It would be great if he made enough so you didn't have to work. But statistically, y'all more educated. Statistically, y'all get better jobs and y'all work a lot of fields where it pays better.
Right. Now,
C's is not here, but he talked on like a couple podcasts ago during COVID. There was an initiative to make black women more to basically increase the workforce and give black women supervised positions.
Right.
I'm not saying y'all didn't earn them, but there was a movement to basically make y'all supervisors so y'all can make more money. With all that being said,
destroy the black family.
On the flip side, black men go to prison a lot more than anybody else. When you come out of prison, it's hard to find a job. On top of that, black men come from a lot of impoverished households, so it's hard for you to go to school, like Rose was saying, and say, hey, I'm just going to be a career student so that I can be able to get a job where I'm making $80,000 a year, $100,000 a year, and I'm just sitting on my ass respectfully.
But sorry to interrupt you, but I'm sorry to say, right now in 2023, what was the numbers you hit? 80. What was the other number? 90.
100,000
for a woman.
Just in general.
Okay, she still showed 20 grand.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just those numbers in general.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard for men to even hit those numbers in a job, especially because a lot of careers
and women ain't getting the 120.
A lot of careers that men choose are careers where they just at the top of those professions, they're not making elite money. Like if you're a social worker or a counselor, Rose, you're not making $200,000 a year, unless you're in a city like New York. And when you counseling somebody, you counseling LeBron motherfucking James on the couch. but in Augusta, Georgia, you could be a counselor. Nigga, you ain't making no $100,000 a year.
No, you're not.
And so some professions just make less than other professions. So if you find a man that honors you, loves you, does everything he's supposed to do, leads you, guides you, just because he's not making X, Y, and Z does not make him not a good man, and does not mean that you should not be with him. Because let me tell you something, ladies, you can make all that money, but when y'all try to shoot for these men making $100,000 a year, let's make something clear. And it's my piece.
A lot of times, 100 a low number.
It could be $80,000 a year, but a lot of these men that make a lot of money, they got options. And Chris Rock famously said, a man is only as faithful as his motherfucking options. And when some of these men are making that kind of money, they don't want no 35-year-old black bitch. You just saw Jeezy get filed for divorce against his Asian bitch.
But they don't want to. They just don't want a 35-year-old aggravating trick.
That too. So
it don't matter what color she is, because all them hoes is aggravating.
Statistically, we know the statistics on black women. But come on now.
It ain't just black women. It's all of them.
So black sisters, y'all need to understand, man. You might need that man who make $45 a year because guess what? He's consistent. He's going to come home after work and he's going to put up with the bullshit that a man who made $90 a year is not going to put up with. Because I love you, sisters. I love y'all to death. But let me tell you something. To be with a black woman is to be with a black woman. That means you are putting with a lot. It's worth it. But just understand, it's a lot of work to be with y'all. And understand, men who making high money may not want to put that kind of work in. They might just say, fuck it. Hey, I'll go over here and just be a bachelor till I'm 75 or 90 like you Hefner.
Hey, man, okay. Okay, I can put my I ain't gonna really put my shit out there, but like my missus, she might make about 40, right, a year. Every little bit counts. I don't look at her like, yo, you only make 40 and I make 10 times as much. I don't do that. I don't do that with her. I just be like, hey, boom, what you bring to the table counts. I appreciate everything you do, and I love you for it. It's like I can't.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
I can't
And it should be like that on the other side, because it's supposed to be, everybody say they're equal and they want equal opportunities and all this other stuff. It can't be a double. It can't be a double standards when it's the other way around. It's supposed to be exactly what you said, Juice Man.
Yeah.
Man, but we about to close it out, man. We got anything else left, man? Sam?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, like you just said, Rose, equal partnership. Juice Man, Rose got equal partners to me, man. So in the words of one of the GOATs, A.B. and Rakim, peace.
And I'm back quiet.